if it's a spoiler, let's do the other side of the jacket. Wait. Ah, ah, ah. You see what I did there? Spoiler review for John Wick, Chapter 4, The Last Saga. So, what do I think about it? So, first of all, I didn't say in the other video, I really love the opening of the movie, the intro, because Lawrence Fishburne is reading a line out of Dante's Inferno. You know, he who enters here abandon all hope. You know, that's the line how the book starts. I think Dante's Inferno, and Lawrence Fishburne is reading it the way that only Lawrence Fishburne can read that text. I mean, he's giving it, he's giving himself, and you feel it's like, oh my god, just read to me the whole book, you know, just Lawrence, read to me all of Dante's Inferno, just black screen, read to me all of it. I'm going to a VIP cinema to see that, you know. He's amazing. He's an amazing reader, you know, and he's giving it his Lawrence Fishburne character. I mean, I really love that how he gave that line. If you know it's from Dante's Inferno, how Dante went into hell, you know. So that's in the beginning of where Dante's went into hell, and that's also Lawrence Fishburne mentions in the end of the movie, right? Do you think Keanu, like, sorry, if you do you think John is in heaven or hell? So you know it ties up the heaven and hell dialogue that they have in this movie, because they also talk about it in the middle about heaven and hell. And yeah, so there is a whole motif of like John going to hell in this movie. Like he's going to, everything is about to happen. Everything is about to explode because it's the last movie. They give it everything they have, right? So everything is about to happen in this. Everything is about to explode. Hell is starting. He who enters here may abandon all hope. John is going to hell, and Lawrence Fishburne is giving it, you know, everything Lawrence Fishburne. I mean, it worked. That's how you do an intro for a movie. And then he's giving him the suit that we all know from three movies what this suit means, you know. They trusted you to watch the old movies, and you know that once he's giving him the suit, he's telling him the line from Dante's Inferno. He's telling him, he who enters here may abandon all hope. He's giving him that bulletproof suit and he's asking him, John, are you ready? And it's like, yes, yes, he is. Yes, he's ready. It's like, that's how you do an opening to a movie, you know. That's how you do the open. It's fantastic opening. I will cut some of that out. It's too long. But that boat scene, the from when he was talking about him to what he put on the tombstone, how do you summarize a whole life in a in a few words? And then he said, "Oh, in the end, I just wanted to call him friend because that's what he was above all." And when he said that, I don't know. I think there was in the cinema, I don't know, like 100 people. I don't know how many, but let's say 100. I think 97% of them uh, cried in that moment. Maybe like two of them were on the phones or something, and one of them just couldn't cry because of some medical issue. But I mean, this is you cry. And then the second John Wick said, and they drove a little bit and they said, yeah, that was an amazing tribute to him. And then when the John Wick said, John, loving husband, and then they said, what? And I was like, no, don't say that. And he was like, that's what I want them to write on my tombstone. And I was like, no, he's going to die in the end of the movie. The second he said that, it was obvious. So he's like, no, don't say that, no. I wish he wouldn't say that it would be like a little bit more dramatic that he would die, because I think half the people that watch the movie, the second he said that, would realize that this is what's going to happen to him in the end. Um, but yeah, that was an emotional. And what about that scene where he goes into the room to fight? I don't know, because they're closing out on him in Paris, right? And then he's walking to this house to fight them, and then the camera just shifts upstairs and walks with him. How he shoots everyone, and it's a long take, so it's like that. It doesn't have any takes. That's what I said about it before, that there is a lot of creativity in the shots. I'm sure it's not like one big long take, that he really did like a 5 minute take there. I don't know, it's like a 2 minute scene. I don't think he did like a 2 minute take in that. And I think like, because he passes rooms, right? So he passes another room, another room, another room. So I think when he passes rooms, you see a wall there when he passes the room. So I think they like did a mask from one scene where he's in this room, and then the next scene there he goes. So I think they just like did a clever mask in that wall. So it's actually two scenes that combines in that mask in the walls. I don't think it's like actually one long take, but it looks like one take and it feels like one take. And I wish more movies would do that. It just felt like that scene felt exactly like I'm in a Uncharted game or a Call of Duty game, and this is just me with two guns shooting one, two, three, four, five, six. Oh, he's running also. I will run and slide and shoot him as I do this and go to the other one and hide behind the door as he's shooting, and then I go out and no one can hit me because I have a bulletproof vest and I'm the antagonist and I have a plot armor. And you know what? I didn't care that John had plot armor. Oh, yeah, we watch these movies. We know from the first movie. He's Rambo, right? Basically, he can hold the flamethrower with one hand, a knife with second hand, and fight an army of tanks and helicopters. I mean, he can do that because he's John Wick. Um, I loved it. I loved it. I love this the ending. The only thing is that either they planned it, they would get closer and closer and closer in order, because he asked him, "Is my daughter and I safe now?" And he said, "Yes, they're safe." And then he gave him the gun, right? So they either planned all of it so John wouldn't shoot in that 10 paces, and then he would take the gun and then John would shoot. So either they planned it or they didn't. And John just trust his luck that the other guy would miss. That's something I don't know, because if they planned it, why they didn't plan it to just shoot him in the leg? Why in the stomach? Oh, maybe because then it would be make it more not like, it wouldn't make sense that the other guy wouldn't take it necessarily because John could still shoot. Yeah, maybe you're right. I really liked it, the fact that they kind of gave us hope that maybe John is alive, maybe John is dead. I mean, okay, they say John is probably dead, right? Because you see the tombstone and they see everything. But then Lawrence Fishburne says, "Do you think he's in heaven or in hell?" Tying the theme of the movie. And he says, "How should I know?" And then John, and then Lawrence Fishburne laugh like, and then they walked. So like maybe that riddles that he's still harboring John Wick somewhere in that new New York hotel, right? And then that's why he left, because he knows he's harboring him. And they gave us hope, and I liked it that they put it up to the viewers. The John Wick is 80% dead, 20% alive. That's the perfect way to end it, because if they would just kill John Wick, because they killed him, but if they would just kill him with no hope of him being alive, that would be good. But if they killed him with a 20 or 10% hope that he's alive, and it's up to you to believe if he's dead or alive, that is epic, you know? That is how, that's why this is the perfect ending, because you can believe whatever you want to believe. Maybe he's alive, and they just did that to satisfy the high table. So now the high table would have no reason to hunt the corpse, basically. But then, in a future movie, because the next movie, if they will do another movie, is going to be about the girl from the Osaka home, trying to get the one that killed her father, right? And that's going to be, if there will be another, not John Wick, but then her bloodline number one, that's going to be the movies. And maybe in there they could dig up the grave of John Wick and see nobody or something like that. That would be epic. I don't know if John will have a big role there, like in Keanu Reeves will have a big role there. The directors are moving on with different projects now, and I think also Keanu is moving on with different projects. And I mean, but it kept it open. It's an epic ending. You can choose, you can decide. The creativity is fantastic of some shots there. The opening is amazing. The some kills, in the steps. I like the part in the steps where about the steps. I love that part when it's like fighting everyone in the steps, fighting so hard, and then the other guy just kicks him and he's falling all of those steps downstairs. Think that there was a stuntman that was there and fell in real life. All those there's a stuntman that fell all of this. This is crazy. I mean, they gotta hurt from that. I mean, the stuntmen are, damn it, some, and they did it without a helmet, right? The stuntman, when he fell those stairs in the end when near the church. The stuntman did it without the helmet. The you know, so I mean, I don't know. That's crazy. That's crazy for me. I love the movie. I think it's an amazing movie. I think it's a 9.5 out of 10 movie. I so sad that this is the end of the John. I'm not sad that he died. I don't know. Did he? Did he not? Did he? Did he not? It's up to you. I think it didn't, but doesn't matter. Um, I'm just sad that we're not going to get any more John Wick movies because this was by far the best movie of 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 John Wick. And if they would do a five, it would be like, oh my god, amazing. But I'm sure that also with the series that they're going to do with the Cartel prequel, it's going to be a great TV series. And the new movies that if they will go out, it will be about the girl fighting to get that killed her father and blah 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 blah, and now also killed John Wick. So killed John Wick. Really hope they would do a five. I know they wouldn't, but they said they wouldn't. But god damn it, what an epic movie! Write me down what you think about the movie. This is a spoiler review, so feel free to spoil everything you want and say everything. And talk to you later. Bye.